ourselves. My name is Lachlan O'Neill, although I go by Too Rad Cosplay in the fandom.
And my name is Julia Johnson, and I am Kilojoules Cosplay.
Why is everything, sorry. Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Lachlan O'Neill, Twitter, Too Rad Cosplay, or just LachlanO'Neill.com. I have been cosplaying for about 4 years now, ever since I started in the My Little Pony fandom. I mostly do My Little Ponies. I have done some Marvel, some Disney, but ponies are my life. I love ponies, and yeah, who likes ponies? There we go. All right.
Okay, and my name is, well, you know my name already. I can do this. Okay, so you can find me at facebook.com/Kilojoules Cosplay. I don't really use Twitter very often, so if you tweet me, it'll probably be a day before I see it, because I'm like, And then you can find me on Instagram. I post a lot of stuff there, so if you want to see all my cosplay progress and everything, I would suggest Instagram, because I'm still trying to get used to Facebook. Okay.
Apparently, Juju is the bomb.
Juju is the bomb. That's self-proclaimed. Don't hold me to that. Okay, so I've been cosplaying for about 4 years as well.
Go back.
Okay, I've been cosplaying for about 4 years as well. Ponies are a very small part of what I do. I do a lot of everything. I've done Disney, I've done superheroes, I've done video game characters, I've done abstract things, and I'm like, why doesn't everybody understand? But no, I do anime as well, so yeah.
Okay, so what is cosplay? Does anybody know what cosplay is? Obviously, a lot of you do. So cosplay comes from the words costume and play. The term was coined in Japan, but cosplay started in the United States. It exploded in the late 2000s with the popularization of anime, thanks to Toonami and Adult Swim.
I think that you can define cosplay as that, but I think that cosplay really changes from cosplayer to cosplayer. It all makes us feel a little bit different. For some of us, it's an escape from real life. As legal secretary, I have to be professional all the time. So if I can escape and be Merida for a day, I'm going to do that. But some of it gives us confidence. Some of us, we do it because we just love the crafting and the learning. So. And
today the industry is worth almost 600 million worldwide. And of course, the most important fact about cosplay is that cosplay is for everyone.
I am a very big believer in this. I don't care what you look like, who you are, how old you are. If you want to put on a costume and you want to dork around with me, I'm like, heck yeah, let's do this. For sure.
I've seen a lot of shaming people for like their body type. Oh, you don't fit the body type of that character. I had somebody tell me, you don't fit the body type of Celestia.
She's a horse.
I'm just thinking, I'm gonna get a horse and I'm gonna paint the horse and I'm gonna say this is me. I'll just put my comm badge on the horse. now I'll fit the body type of Celestia.
I was cosplaying as Rapunzel, and Disney characters don't have actual waists that are a thing. They just kind of look visually appealing, and so I'm a bigger girl. I'm not gonna hide that. I enjoy Taco Bell. These are facts. And I had someone come up to me like, so I don't want to be rude. That's the best way to start off a conversation, by the way. So I don't want to be rude. And then he's like, but you're too fat to be Rapunzel. And I looked at him, and I'm like, see, the funny thing about that is I put the costume on, so she is today. So the internet's a fun place, full of a lot of people that live under bridges. And the best thing to just realize is if you're doing it for yourself, if you're doing it because you love to do it, because you love to do it, that's all that matters. And especially,
holy shit, Macady, dude.
What is happening? Are we okay?
I almost said a bad word, but I didn't.
Someone doesn't want me talking about cosplay.
It's just back feed, you're fine.
Okay, that was crazy. But so, I don't know, basically, the more you cosplay, the less you care about what other people have to say about you. So it's really just water off your back.
So we're gonna talk about the types of pony cosplay. We got humanized, which is no wings, horns, or ears. So basically it's completely human, maybe putting the cutie mark into the clothing. Does anybody who has a humanized My Little Pony cosplay want to stand up? Here, stand up for me. Flufflepuff, come here.
Come here, Flufflepuff. Oh, she's
so cute. You're so cute. Would you mind standing in front and showing off? So Flufflepuff, this would be an example of a human cosplay. So Flufflepuff is not actually, well, she is an equestrian girl, but Flufflepuff is a pony and she doesn't wear clothing. So you had to make a design for Flufflepuff. And so this is a humanized My Little Pony cosplay. Next up, we're gonna talk about anthropomorphic, which is still humanized, but adding ears, wings, or horns to the costume design. Lynette, would you mind coming up as well? We got my lovely waifus. For those of you who don't know, Celestia's like my main waifu, and I love her. I mean, look at these gorgeous Celestias. Oh wait, I'm wearing a humanized costume. I am humanized. I didn't even notice what I was wearing.
You've changed so much today.
I know. I've changed like this is my third costume. And then fursuits. I don't see. Holy schmackety! So while you were coming in, you guys probably saw a bunch of furries. I don't know where they came from. How did they get here? But so a fursuit is completely covering your body and it's making yourself physically look like a pony. I mean, those people out there were like dogs and lizards and weirdo cat people. But, you know, during the cosplay contest, there were some furries entered, and it was amazing. It was a lot of fun.
I don't understand how fursuits happen.
How do fursuits happen?
How do you make those?
We don't know a lot about fursuits.
Way beyond like mine. I have no idea.
Okay, do you want to talk about?
Sure, gender bending is my absolutely favorite thing to do, and people hate it. Not sure why, but so I'm eating. I'm rude. So basically, it is a guy portraying a female character. Or females portraying a male character. I think after this is crossplay. No, I don't know.
That's crossplay. Crossplay, yeah.
So this is crossplay. Gender bending is a little bit different. Crossplay is when a...
Wait, no, we're going to talk about crossplay next. Let's talk about gender bend, and then we'll talk about crossplay.
So gender bending is just basically what it is. If you're a guy and you want to be a girl, have at it. If you want to... It's a little bit easier for girls to be guys, to be honest.
Wait, wrong one. Okay, so gender bending is you're doing a female version of a male character or a male version of a female character. Does anybody have any Rule 63 cosplays they're wearing?
I've done that with Naruto before.
Yeah. Anybody have any Rule 60?
Just kidding.
I don't see anything, but like, say you saw a Bubbleberry cosplay, a male Pinkie Pie. That would be gender bending.
Okay.
Now crossplay, and this is...
Crossplay is dressing up as the opposite gender. So it's a little bit easier for girls to be guys than it is for guys to be girls. So basically that's like flattening their chest to make it look more broad and everything. That's putting on fake eyelashes if you're a dude, learning how to do makeup. It's a little bit harder for guys than for girls.
Crossplay is a lot of fun, but it's like, it's painful.
Well,
it's painful.
For you it would hurt. I put a sports bra on and I'm good.
It's super painful. And there's no right and wrong way to cosplay ponies. Ponies are something that are just, they don't have really any clothing. They're cartoon horses.
I love ponies because it gives you so much freedom. Because does Celestia wear armor? Not even a little bit. Am I doing it? Heck yeah.
I mean, we have two lovely different Celestias, and I mean, they're completely different, but they're also beautiful and amazing and perfect, and I love them. Wigs. Do you want to talk about wigs?
Oh, I would love to talk about wigs. Wigs are one of the funnest parts of being a cosplayer. Now, as you start out, you're probably like, I can use my real hair. As you continue to do that, you're gonna be like, no, I can't. So she's got two really good places to find them. Arta Wigs and Epic Cosplay Wigs are amazing. They're locally in the United States, so you're not paying crazy amounts of shipping to have them come over from Japan. I know that there's one other one, Wig is Cosplay or Wig is Fashion. They are actually located in Japan, so they're going to be a little bit more expensive, but they're high quality, and they also sell lace fronts, which is something that we should probably talk about.
I've ordered from them before. I got my Rainbow Dash wig from them.
They're amazing.
And then Five Wits also is a wig seller in the United States. And another place I get a lot of my wigs from is eBay.
eBay.
I love eBay.
If you're looking for a wig and it's under $10, don't pay for it.
Yeah, that's
It's really low quality. You pay for the hair that you get. So if you're paying for $10, you're paying for Halloween store synthetic.
I paid like $30 for my bonbon wig for eBay, and it's always really important to check the seller's rating. If it's under like 98%, don't do it. I mean, 98% probably sounds high.
Read the reviews.
Read the reviews.
And you'll understand why.
Yes. Wigs are 98% time better than using your natural hair. I mean, if you are like a blonde and doing Applejack, that'll probably work very well. See, you look fabulous because your hair works for Applejack.
Ah!
And you have a hairpiece.
I was not expecting that.
I mean, it looks so natural.
When suddenly... That's amazing. Yeah, show the crowd.
Yeah,
the
can you
trick.
get up? Can you get up and show? Look how cool that is.
That's innovative.
I love it.
That's amazing. That's a really good idea. I need to do that.
So,
I need to get a better one twin. Courtney, are you not my twin? Are we not? Oh.
So wigs allow you to achieve a more animated look. If cared for properly, they can last for years. I have a Fluttershy wig that is like 3 years old. I have like this curly pink fluffy puffy wig that's like 5 years old.
Don't store them in the car.
Don't store them in the car.
Learn from me. Do not store them in the car. It gets hot and they will melt and it was tragic. Don't leave them in the car.
And it also allows you to change characters during the day without worrying about your hair color. This is my third costume today, and I can just whip off a wig. I was Sonata, I was Starlight Glimmer, then I was Sonata, and now I'm Bonbon. And you just whip off a wig and put it back on.
I helped her.
She did.
It happened.
My assistant, my lovely Julie. Would you like to talk about?
Sure. Okay, so wigs, ears, and horns. It is basically up to your personal preference. For a really long time, I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that, so I didn't do it. You can even see right now that I'm still not wearing any ears. I don't like how they look. I just don't like ears. It's not that I don't like seeing them on other cosplayers, because that's not the thing. But every time I put them on, and I'm like, why this? I don't like that. So I do have a horn, and I do have wings. I feel like those are the important things. So if you're a unicorn, like Twilight Sparkle, but you want to be more Twilight Sparkle, you put the horn on there. You know what I mean? It could really like bring your cosplay from here to here. But again, it's basically like your personal preference. If you want to do humanized, obviously humans don't grow horns.
Right, it's not necessary, it's just purely the cosplayer's choice. Some people actually do a tail or just ears, some just do wings and horns and no ears, some do everything, like just go all out. I've done tails before. They personally don't work very well for me, but you know, whatever works for you. There's no wrong way to do this.
It's a weird experience walking through like halls of conventions and feeling hair brush your legs.
Yeah.
So
little. Okay, so did we already talk about wigs?
We did, but I don't think we talked about making them.
Yes, so wings and more. So making your own wings and ears are super simple. Tutorials can be found online using cheap materials. I've made my golden... Did anybody go to the opening ceremonies?
I was there.
So you probably saw me as Golden Gates with my foam wings. And those basically are 3 layers of craft foam. It cost me $2 to make. The wire was cheap, the foam was like 99 cents. And I mean, you can get them from Yaya Han, but they're like $25 when you can make them for like $2 or $3.
So my horn is in my scalp. Not sure if it's gonna come off. Did it? Bye crown. Okay, so this is on an alligator clip. You can buy a set of these in hundreds for 50 cents. Okay. Model Magic is a little bit more expensive, but I get them in tubs. I get the tub of Model Magic because I make my ears out of this too when I have to make them for friends. And Model Magic is super awesome. You don't have to bake it. It air dries. And this looks like a unicorn horn, right? And it's also super sturdy. I would recommend, however, putting a wire in there because you take something too close and it's snapped in half. So yeah, this whole setup probably cost me, I don't know, maybe 20 bucks at the most to make all of it. Like my armor is crap on too, but we'll come back to that.
Your armor is fabulous.
My armor took 3 days.
So you can also check out if you want to buy your ears or horns or really anything, your wings, check out Etsy for various sellers, and please be mindful of the prices, because people can tend to overcharge, and you don't want to be paying a whole lot of money for something that should not be that
Our
expensive.
other Celestia also has her own stuff going on. She makes them.
Yes,
Attention
they are.
on you.
Yeah. Mine are actually resin casted. Originally, I did use the Model Magic for mine, but they actually started cracking a lot. Model Magic changed its material, chemical differences.
geez.
So out of frustration, I actually built silicone molds, and I used resin casting for them. So these guys, I could take them off and lob them at people, and I would pick them up, and there's no problem.
Resin scares me.
So resin is also an option that is available as well. And frankly, I personally love making ears. Mine, along with the horn, actually just pop right off, so they slip right into your wig, no problem. And it also makes it so your wig cap doesn't fall off on your wigs.
Now, are you selling these at your booth?
Yes, I'm actually part of Rabbit Tails. Oh, thank you so much for letting me do this.
You're welcome.
I'm in the vendors actually. My husband is currently manning the booth for me. H13, I do have a lot of these still available, and if you're looking for a specific color, I'm more than happy to ship them out as well.
She's amazing.
She's very
She
talented.
really is.
I love Rabbit.
Thank you, sweetie.
Okay, oh well look, there's pictures. And so like you got the wings, those my rainbow-fied Rainbow Dash wings are made out of craft foam. These ones seem to be made out of felt, you know, like a Yaya Han horn and tails. So really all different types of stuff, whatever you want to do, just do it.
Sure. Okay, so we do have three kind of costumes that you see a lot in the community. So there's closet cosplays, which is basically just opening up your own closet and being like, what can I do to make this character a thing? You can commission someone who, I know a lot of cosplayers also commission, they also make costumes and they ship them out. That can get a little bit pricey because not only are you paying for the materials, but you're paying for the costumer's time. So keep that in mind when you are commissioning somebody. You are paying for their efforts, and they appreciate it, they love it, but just know that it's a little bit more expensive. And then do it yourself is learning how to do it yourself and praying super hard that your super glue holds up and all that fun stuff. Do it yourself. If you don't know where to begin, I'm sure we're going to cover that. But
Yes.
That's how you grow as a cosplayer. So if you want to start doing things yourself, that's what I would recommend doing, is just trying it out. I used hot glue. I ghetto cosplay for a really long time.
I started out doing closet cosplays. And it was just stuff that I would pull from the Goodwill or pull from my own closet. There was no alterations or anything. And then I got into altering the closet cosplays. I would paint. Oh my God. What the heckity heck?
It's just firing. It's okay.
It's terrifying.
So, I got into altering my closet cosplays. I would paint on cutie marks. I would cut and stitch and paint and sew and put a bunch of other stuff together. So it's still kind of a closet cosplay, but I'm altering it. And then, you know, as I learned how to sew, and I started making my own stuff. And sometimes I just do like a combination. Like I made this skirt, and I made the little bonbon cutie mark, but then I just got the shirt from the Walmart. So I mean, you can do that too, really whatever you're comfortable with. And we'll have a Q&A section afterwards, so we can talk if anybody has any questions. Ooh,
Makeup.
makeup.
I'm actually at cosmetology school right now, so I will teach you as much as I can without just demonstrating. Knowing your products is going to be the best thing ever, and I like that she has. It does not need to be high-end and expensive to be good. That is 110% true. Anyone working at the Macy's and the Mac are going to tell you differently. Okay? Not true. You can get your makeup from Target and still have amazing work. My makeup that I'm wearing right now is from Icing. I manage it, so I get 50% off. That's the only thing I'm ever going to do. So my makeup's actually from Icing, and it's all about your technique, your blending, and your knowing what brushes to use, all that fun stuff. And I love people on the internet. That's how I learned how to do everything. I went to school after the fact. Okay, I went to school for it because I fell in love with it because of the internet. So if you want to know how to do crazy makeup, look on YouTube.
Yeah, Michelle Phan has a lot of really good makeup tutorials. Charisma Star has some cool, like, crazy ones. I have a playlist for, like, my different cosplay makeups that teach me how to do my face. But basically, For the basic of a clean coverage, just maybe basic, and this works for guys and girls. Guys, do not be ashamed to wear makeup. Makeup makes everyone look better. So you need primer, concealer, and foundation. So you can use primer on your eyes to make the eyeshadow pop, concealer to cover up dark circles so people can't tell even up till 2 a.m. and when you haven't had your coffee. And then foundation just goes all over your face. And I like to use a stippling brush because it makes it look more natural. And we went the high over. And always do tests on your skin just to make sure that you're not allergic.
This part of your skin right here on your wrist is the closest one to your face. So this is the softest, less exposed area, and it's going to react the same way that it's going to react when you put it on your cheek or something. Unfortunately, you don't really know how the makeup is going to look until you get it home all the way. So I would look up brands that you're not sure of and see how people feel about them before you actually make the purchase.
And knowing what's best for your skin and your look is key to creating a look for you. So make sure that you get the right shade of foundation. Make sure you get the right shade of concealer. I have a really hard time finding good concealer, and
White people.
I'm so pale. I'm Wonder Bread. Yes.
No, I'm the same way, sweetie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're Wonder Bread.
See, the thing with me is I have like an olive skin tone too, so sometimes I look tan, sometimes I don't. So depending on the day, I'll either look like Snooki or I'll look okay. So it's white people problems for real.
And then accents to add to the overall look. Fake eyelashes are one of my absolute favorite things. Look at Julie's eyelashes.
You can see them when I turn my head.
I forgot to bring mine, but I love fake eyelashes. Fake nails are also really great. I didn't wear any today. I just painted my nails because I can't really get my contacts in. But I wore them for my Queen Chrysalis, and it was really cool because I had like gems on my middle fingers. So like if I was feeling, I can't flip anybody off here, but you guys get the idea.
Yeah, I see it. I like to call it head to toe cosplay. It just makes you feel like totally, completely complete. I was about to say complete, that's not right. Complete. It really does, because I get asked to judge cosplay contests where I'm from all the time. And so I kind of look for those accented pieces because that means that you actually put thought into it. You're like, okay, I want to be rarity today, so I'm going to have blinked out nails. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to have eyelashes. It's like one of those things where I'm like, you baby, look at you. Like,
then tinting eyebrows is also an option. It's hard. I don't normally do it because I have really, really thick eyebrows. So it's hard. But for people with thinner, you do it? I mean, I can't do it. But you put glue. You can put Elmer's glue. Wait for it to dry. No?
To do Elmer's glue, that means you're trying to get rid of your eyebrows without shaving them off.
Yeah, and then you draw new ones.
You can draw new ones. I'm that bad at drawing on eyebrows. Like I always look really surprised when I draw my own on. So what I like to do is I like to keep the maintenance of my eyebrows, and then what you can do is use a white cream eyeliner. Usually they come in pencils. White out the actual shape of your eyebrow, and then take your highest pigmented color and dab it on with your finger in layers until it comes on, and then you spray it with hairspray.
That's a good idea too. Yeah, I learned all my makeup stuff from RuPaul's Drag Race, so.
They're good to learn.
They are. So we're gonna talk about something that's also very important to characters. Posing and modeling. So why is it green?
I don't know.
Why is it green? Can somebody AV come fix it? Well, I'll come up in front of y'all so we can talk about the thing.
That's weird.
So you're gonna want to embody the character, research and know your character's mannerism. Like if you watch a bunch of shows, you can see their poses. So knowing your character will give you a bunch of poses. For the sport, the Rainbow Dash would be like muscles and going fast and cool Rainbow Dash stuff. While Rarity would be, should be very delicate, feminine, fabulous.
direct lighting is the best lighting.
Yes, so they can make sure that they get all of your beauty. And then you are allowed to say no to photos of your Disney attire. Like when I was rushing to change from Sonata to Bon Bon, they're like, can I take your picture? And I felt horrible, but I was like, no, you may feel bad, but don't. Do not. Because people are busy, and do not, if you're a photographer, do not feel bad if somebody says no to you. Because you really just don't know what they're going through right now.
Okay, so this is a very important topic for anyone that wants to, whoever is cosplaying, being around people who are cosplayers. Cosplay is not consent. Just because I put on a costume does not mean that I want you to follow me around, to harass me, to take my picture without my permission. All of these things are very important. I could be naked and I still would not want your attention. Okay, cosplay is not consent. I cannot stress that enough. I know that you love the character, I know that you want to giggle and have fun with these people, but approach them like people. Do not run at them, do not make loud crazy noises, do not do any of that. You ask politely, never take a picture of someone eating or without their permission.
So, funny story. I was at Anime Week in Atlanta, dressed as Princess Celestia, just my big ball gown. I hadn't eaten all day. So I got some chicken nuggets from the Chick-fil-A. I sat down and just started shoveling them in my mouth. Well, a few weeks later, I found pictures of me as my beautiful Celestia with chicken nuggets all in my mouth. It took me forever to get them off the internet. It was so embarrassing.
So,
Like, just ask, because we can pose. I mean, if you want a good picture, we love to pose.
I would rather you ask me instead of me being like, or, me standing up and being elegant for you. I will pose with you if you want. Just please ask me. I was at Salt Lake City Comic Con, and I was dressed in this actual cosplay with my friend who was Luna. And we were walking out to our car. We didn't have our shoes on because I'm wearing stilettos. We were literally walking out. Our props, they're like hanging from our arms. We got our purses. And there's these girls taking pictures of us and giggling. And so I walk up to them and I'm like, do you want my picture? And they said, oh, no. I'm like, then delete the ones you just took because I'm not okay with that. So if you see that and you're a cosplayer and you're like, nah, not cool. And if they're like, I don't have any pictures. Like, you better not, because then you'll hear from my attorney. And that freaks them out. You can't really do anything legally wise, but they're still like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then cosplayers are not the actual character that we are cosplaying. I mean, I jokingly call my friends my waifus because, like, I love Princess Celestia so much, and I cosplay Princess Celestia, and I call myself my waifu. But I've had people come up to me, and it's okay for little kids. Like, I will act for little kids, but don't expect a cosplayer to act in character just in a normal situation.
I got a really funny story about that. It was also at Salt Lake City Comic Con because I'm from Utah, but I was Princess Celestia, and someone came up to me like, hey, Princess Celestia. I was like, hey, what up, dude? Like I normally would because I'm a person. And he looked at me and he's like, you don't look anything like or act like Princess Celestia. And I looked at him and I'm like, because I'm a person. And she's a horse. And he's like, well, I just think I'm like, this isn't Disneyland. I'm not paying to do this. Shoo. Be gone. Look, I'm acting like Princess Celestia. That's because I'm a person.
I'm not Princess Celestia.
She's a horse.
And then please remember to respect everyone. We are a community, not a caste system. Some people may just be starting out in cosplay. Some people may be cosplaying for 10 plus years. We just need to just respect everybody and
love everyone.
Love everyone. Remember, friendship is magic.
It really is.
And no cosplayer is better than anyone else.
Nope.
I mean, they may be cosplaying longer, they may have more like skills, but everybody is equal. To quote Starlight Glimmer, you can't have fun unless everybody's equal.
Basically. I agree.
But I mean, just be polite. General, just be polite.
Be nice.
Okay. Now we are going to talk about humanizing ponies for cosplay, featuring Pinkie Pie, because Pinkie Pie is best pony.
She's so easy to come up with stuff for, too.
She is.
She's really easy.
So we're going to talk about outfits and color schemes. So to take a look at the pony's talent and attitude to see what he or she would wear. Pinkie Pie's talents are throwing parties and baking. You could choose either one of these talents, or you could build a cosplay around, or both. And if that pony's already wearing an article of clothing, work that into the design as well. Can you come up, DJ Pone 3? So the glasses are something that is one of her signature looks. She has the glasses. So if you're cosplaying DJ Pone 3, you should have the glasses. If you're doing Octavia, the pink bow tie. Thank you very much.
Trixie has the cape and the hat. I did Trixie. My hat was made out of paper. I don't want to talk about it. But the cape and the hat, you have Princess Celestia that has like the neck and the crown and the thing on her feet. There are things that you can incorporate to make your character obvious. That's the main purpose of using the characterizing, stuff. Like Academy Spitfire, she's right there. I did Spitfire too, but you can tell, number one, by her hair. Yes, and then all the medals and stuff. Like, this is Academy Spitfire, not Wonderbolt's Spitfire, as you can obviously tell. The whistle, that's what I was going to point out. The whistle is one of her things that she uses.
So use references. You can base your outfits off of different styles. Fashion magazines and websites like Tumblr and DeviantArt are full of fashion references. Like I found a bonbon design, like Equestria Girls bonbon, and on DeviantArt, and I thought it was super cute. So I kind of edited it to fit me, but I think it's super precious. And DeviantArt is a great resource. Tumblr is a great resource.
Other cosplayers.
Yeah, like I get my Teen Vogue magazines and I look through and I'm like, hey, this would work for that character, or this makeup style would work for that character. So use references, do your research. Cutie marks.
Cutie marks. Okay, so those are one of the identifying characteristics of your pony. Even if your outfit is completely and totally left field, but you have the cutie mark, people will be like, okay, I get it, I getcha. So I don't necessarily have Princess Celestia's actual cutie mark, but it's right here, and it's right here. So I've incorporated her cutie mark into places where it's not on my hip. Okay.
So you can put the cutie mark anywhere. It can be painted on, embroidered, made out of clay. It can be more subtle. See, I did Bonbon's little bonbon, and you got the wig, of course. Yeah. Right, on their t-shirt or on their skirt. So you can really just put the cutie mark anywhere.
You can throw that on anything.
I have a Princess Cadence cosplay, and her cutie marks, I have resin gems like on my socks and like all over of her cutie mark. So color schemes. Color schemes are really important. So a color scheme is an arrangement of combination or colors. So we find the color schemes by picking out colors from the pony's mane, skin, cutie marks, colors, patterns of outfits that are frequently featured within the show. Do you have anything to say on the topic of color schemes?
You can pull other colors, but your color scheme of your ponies are basically, it's like Flufflepuff, obviously. Very pink, but she also used white and she used blue.
And then for Bonbon, so she's a cream pony, but if I wore cream, it would kind of wash me out. Mm-hmm. So I just used my skin as cream, and then her cutie mark is blue and yellow. So I did the blue and yellow skirt, and then the shirt, and then of course
her hair.
Of course the mane. Mm-hmm. Ooh, accessories. Accessories can make a good cosplay a great cosplay. Would you like to?
Absolutely.
Look at Julie and her accessories. I mean, look at her. Look how fabulous.
Doesn't actually drop, it's fake. Went from being battle armor or just plain armor to having a weapon, having an accessory, having a prop.
I mean, like when I did the Dazzlings, I would have a microphone. Or when I did Celestia, I have a sword. I didn't bring it because I couldn't fit it in, but
I saw it though.
I know, it's a cool sword. And then, so for Bonbon, I got some lollipops from the free candy place because I like lollipops. And if you see in the Equestria Girls, she's always carrying around a lollipop. So, and then, but like, what would a pony carry around? So Octavia's cello, Scootaloo Scooter, Pinkie Pie's alligator, or if you're Twilight, carrying around a Spike plushie.
Or the book.
Or the book. I mean, there's so many different accessories you can go with. But be prepared to carry it around or have a place to store it. Because if you have something big and heavy, you're gonna get tired eventually. And then, Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
It's not gonna be fun.
one of those.
Okay, so individuality. So this is a cosplay, a Pinkie Pie that I designed. And then this is a cosplay, a Pinkie Pie that my friend Serendipity Cosplay designed. And obviously ours are very different. Mine is more Lolita Baker inspired, you know, with trays of dessert and icing bags and spatulas, while hers is more like party girl Pinkie Pie. And really, it all depends on how you portray the character. There are so many. Let me see if there are two of the same cosplayers. So, Discord. Let me see the Discord stand up. Can you come up front?
There's so many differences already. The cool thing about cosplay is no one's going to do the exact same thing.
And that's why I love ponies, because you get the chance to design your cosplay. You get the chance to just interpret the characters how you wish. I mean, these are both amazing Discords.
Completely
Yet
different.
they look nothing alike. I mean, of course, they're obviously Discord, but they look nothing alike.
It's the same thing with us Celestias.
Yeah, look at these beautiful Celestias. We got two Celestias, two Discords.
Very elegant. This is fun. This should be fun. She's very elegant, and I was more like, I want to wear armor. So
I only look elegant, by the way. I'm not elegant.
I am the
not
same way. I burp
delicate.
in public. I'm embarrassing.
You're an embarrassment to society,
I am an
Julie.
embarrassment to society.
Thank you guys so much for coming up. It was a great. Can I see your? You're fabulous. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love this.
Same.
You guys are so talented. Everybody, oh my goodness.
Everyone's got talent.
So, we are going to design a pony cosplay. Now, we have 3 background characters, and we're going to choose who we're going to design by cheers. So, Julie, do you want to be the judge of cheers?
I will be the judge of cheers.
Okay, so first off, Carrot Top. Nobody likes Carrot Top.
The one guy. We
All
love
right.
the one guy.
Lemon Hearts. And then Colgate. All right. We didn't even need a judge. Colgate. Okay, so we're gonna pick out her colors in her color palette. What colors are you? Is it green again? Shoot.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Oh, no.
There we go. There we go. So shout out what colors are in her palette. So we got blue, we got white, we got smiles.
Okay. So now we need to think about what direction we want to take this in. Do we want to make Colgate a dentist? Do we want to make Colgate more of the hourglass? Do we want to have Colgate carrying around some kind of prop? Which direction do we want to take Colgate?
Dentist? What do you think? You think
Dentist?
a dentist? Everybody, are we going to
Agree
dentist?
The dentist?
Okay, so what do dentists wear?
Lab coats.
Scrubs?
I think scrubs and lab coat.
Scrubs and lab coats. So maybe we could find a blue lab coat.
Maybe what I'm thinking is we can make her, because you know how some dentists, they wear like business casual? Let's make Colgate business casual. Let's give her a pencil skirt, let's give her a blue top with her cutie mark on it, and let's give her a lab coat.
I like it. So what do you guys think? Tell me what you would think Colgate would wear. You can raise your hand and give me your suggestions. Yes, you in the Rainbow Dash chat.
She probably have like I'd say like lab coats, like a lot of people said, but with like a cute face pattern on it.
Ooh,
That would be interesting.
I like that. I like that.
I would see it.
Final scratch? Ooh, that would be
That's
cute
cute.
too. Yes? So like on the
On
pocket?
the pocket.
I would say maybe again with the lab coat, but possibly like casual EQG style.
Okay.
What time does our panel go to? Okay,
I don't think
any
there's anything after us, so we can continue.
I know. Oh yes, you in the back.
Maybe a saddle bag with two tubes.
I like that. Did anybody go to the cosplay contest today?
We had an amazing Colgate.
Did you guys see the Colgate? Yeah. She had her mouthwash, her big brushy toothbrush, and she drank from the bottle of the mouthwash. Well, it wasn't actually mouthwash.
We're gonna ruin her
It was
secret.
blue peach soda.
Yeah. She's like, it's
But-
not really mouthwash because she walked in and it was like,
But I was so
Why?
impressed.
I was impressed. She was really cute.
She was-
She went for more of like a tooth fairy vibe. So she had like a big blue dress on. It was so cute.
I love the idea of Colgate Tooth
Being a
Fairy.
tooth fairy.
Like that is precious.
I could see it.
That is adorable. Okay, so we're gonna do questions and answers. If anybody has any questions about cosplaying, designing pony cosplays, any questions about us, so if you guys wanna just, I saw Blue Hat
Yeah.
Man go first.
So almost what you said, it can still like apply to other things like anime.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Also, do you know if like, or if you know like where we can contact you about like cosplay because
Through our pages.
Ooh, I have business cards. Oh, frickety frackle. Keeps coming undone.
She's got business cards. I have business cards too, but mine they're gone. I don't know where they went. I brought them.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm just gonna like get a bunch out so people want to.
Good idea. Put them on the table. What's up? Oh, the armor. Okay, fun, stressful story. Okay, so all of this, everything is actually made out of craft foam. Okay, so you can see the inside. That's white. Didn't spray that. Didn't care. So it's all craft foam. I'm terrified of Warbler, which is the thermoplastic that you should use for armor. But so it basically, foam can be heat worked, if that makes sense. You can use a heat gun to form it over, but what I recommend doing, first of all, is you need to make a pattern. So what you need to do is you need to wrap yourself in saran wrap, and then get that paper tape for packing so that it rips really easily, and then cover yourself where you want the armor in paper tape. And then you get a Sharpie and someone that you trust to draw on you where you want your armor. Then you cut that out. What I recommend getting, because at Michael's they sell the big rolls of them, because I am chubby and one sheet of craft foam does not fit entirely around my bust area. It would probably fit around yours, but still, I would get the roll because amazing. Then what you do with that is you find something for girls. For girls, you're gonna need to find something round that is roughly the size of your boob.
Like
I
a
know
bowl.
that sounds really weird, but mine was a Christmas ornament, okay? Not a small one, it was one of the big Christmas ornaments. And I heat up my foam, and then I held it over the Christmas ornament, so when I cut it out, it was a cup. Yes.
I'm trying to find a picture of my Warbler armor for yesterday.
Yeah.
But you
She
can
used Warbler. Warbler is heavier than craft foam. So that's you have to do a template first, and then after that, painting and stuff is a lot easier actually. So what you're gonna want to do after you have your armor done, you take your Mod Podge, shiny Mod Podge. Don't get the matte kind. I made that mistake. Get the shiny kind, and then paint your entire area with the Mod Podge, and then you spray it, and then you Mod Podge it again, and then you take a dry brush with black paint, and then you go over where it would be worn, like where it would look battle aged, and you let that dry, and then you Mod Podge it again, and that's what's going to give it the shiny look of what it is.
it's not working for me.
I did spray paint it. I used gold spray paint, and then I used acrylic paint for my detail pieces.
I left my phone in made of it. It's crap.
Your phone's in your room.
Oh, in my room?
It's in your room. I heard it go off when I was in there.
That was curious.
Maybe not then. It's okay.
I left my phone in made of it.
Okay.
So for Warbler, basically it's kind of expensive.
It is expensive.
But it is a thermoplastic, and you can heat it up with a heat gun. You use basically the same method, but you put the Warbler on top of the craft foam.
Mm-hmm.
And then you use gesso to paint it and sand it down. And then I was Princess Celestia yesterday with my Warbler crown, and you can shape it and burn your hands, and
It's all for the
it's a lot of
for the
fun. A lot of fun.
Did you have a question?
I think it would be like a good idea to have like a pony actually there to show. Like I'm trying to cosplay a sneak on, or I actually have a key.
Yeah. It's always a good idea to do that. So if you're going to do the Cutie Mark Crusaders, I love group cosplays. Those are my favorite kind to do because you get a bunch of nerds together and you group cosplay, and it's the most fun. I cosplay with this one right here all the time. She was my Fluttershy when I was Angel Bunny. And it's just so much fun because everyone, what the heck, there we go. Because everyone's like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. So if you're gonna do group cosplays, you guys need to find the group. Yes.
Where do you just cosplay at events like this, or where do you
Well,
go?
I travel all around the United States attending conventions and running panels. But I also go to cosplay meetups. I cosplayed Adagio Dazzle at the Rainbow Rocks movie premiere. So sometimes it's just a bunch of nerds getting together and dressing up.
The way you find those is usually through Facebook. So type in your city and then put cosplay behind it, and then a whole bunch of crap should pop up. And then you just click the one that you want to be a part of. Be careful though, because some of them are really gross. So just like search the group before. If it's a closed group, if it has a request, that's usually a good sign. Yes, River Dash.
Also my question is, like I felt like people have like sort of like weapons, whatever the character, but like what if your character has questionable weapons? Because like I had an idea for a character in the anime, but he has like butterfly knives.
Okay, you need to find wooden ones. If it's an anime, because real metal will not fly at a convention. They won't let you do it. So a wooden one you can always find.
Also, you can make some out of styrofoam and then use there's a
can
lot
use-
of tutorials, on the
Yeah,
internet.
I've also made butterfly knives out of like bionicle pieces and Legos.
Yeah,
Which works,
see,
that
that
works.
works too.
That's not going to hurt anyone at a convention, so they'll let you use it.
Did you have a question? Oh. Any other questions? Oh, yes, you in the back.
Well, I didn't actually have a question. I just wanted to say I really enjoyed your performance on The Voice.
Oh!
She did a
Thank
good job.
you! I came in third place.
She did. She was incredible. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how would you approach assembling something like a Fallout equestrian cosplay?
Okay, so
I'm not familiar with that media.
I know.
Oh, see, Julie got
I work
this.
for a 3D printing company. We're Somber Shop. We would have had a table here if my manager didn't get sick. He actually 3D prints Pip-Boys, and he does have a Fallout Equestria app. So it's basically the Pip-Boy, but just horses. So what I would do is I would find your Fallout Equestria character. I would find out who you want to be first. They usually all wearing the one-piece suit, and those are actually really easy to find. You can be a mechanic for Halloween, so they sell mechanic Halloween costumes. That would be what I recommend, because an actual mechanic suit is actually really expensive, which is super weird, but they are. Your Halloween costume won't have pockets, so prepare for that.
Oh, another place to check out for mechanic suits is Goodwill.
Yes.
I got my Kaylee costume from Firefly. She's a mechanic, and you made a noise. Yeah, you like Firefly.
You made a noise.
So I got her coveralls from like a thrift store.
Yeah. And then I would go about aging them and making them look dirty, because when you get them from a Halloween store, they're going to be like baby blue for some reason.
Get some sandpaper.
Get some sandpaper on that business.
Roll around in some dirt.
Kool-Aid.
Don't actually roll around in dirt. But I mean, if you
Kool-Aid.
want to.
Yeah. That's how I would go about that.
Yes, you.
Okay, so which of the following would be a future cosplay for a man, a woman, and a baby?
Okay.
Shining Armor, Twilight Sparkle, and Spike, or Big Mac, Applejack, and Apple
Big Mac, Applejack, and Apple Blue.
Agreed.
or Discord, Fluttershy, and Duck.
Oh, that's cute too. I like the Apple family, but I'm biased.
I like the Apple family too. The Apple family I don't see enough
What
of.
I'm gonna be for,
I'm rather biased to the Apple family.
I know, right?
I love Applejack so much.
Any more questions?
Any more? Yes. Okay.
There's a couple ways.
On a wig head is preferred for big, poofy, heavily styled wigs. For wigs that are just maybe straight wigs, for this, I'm gonna ruin the magic.
They come off.
They come off. I take these, I clip them together, I take this off, I put it in a gallon Ziploc bag, I sit on it to get all the air out, and then I zip it closed.
For curly wigs, braid them.
Or put them on a wig head.
Or
Oh,
put them on a
Lynette,
wig head.
Lynette has something, because Lynette knows wigs.
Do not store your wig for more than 6 months on a wig head. The reason is because there's elastic on the back of your wig, and if you have it on the wig head, oh look, it's losing its elasticity. So when you pop it on, it's going to pop off. So even if it's heavily styled, it's always a good idea to put it back in the bag that you get it from. Most wig companies, doesn't matter where they're from, they will have a Ziploc you
Yes.
love, comb it out, braid it, wash it if you need to, then put it in the bag. Because if you take it out and you're like, I've got a convention in an hour, it's
not gonna happen.
tangled, you are going to kill your past self.
Yes.
Your future self will thank you if you take the time, brush it out. There's wig conditioners, wig shampoos, there's wig detanglers out there.
Very nice.
It's very important to care for your wig. Put it back in the bag, doesn't matter how styled it is. You can put it back into a bag or you can create a bag yourself and then put it in there. I'm talking with 13 years of experience and I've only lost 2 wigs in my life.
Lynette knows wigs.
Do you guys want to know how I store my Rapunzel braid wig?
The guy that was iron wool today, no way could he cope with his
No,
health.
well, that one is one that wouldn't need to be stored too much. You can just put it and just rest it on the shelf.
But don't leave him on that weekend.
But do
No.
not leave it on a wig head for more than 6 months because then you're going to try and put it on and the elasticity is just shot.
My Rapunzel braid, I did the braid, right? I have a trash bag around the braid part, and then I have a hairnet around my flippy bangs because I don't have it on a wig head because it's too heavy. It just kind of falls over. But it's on a hook in my basement.
Rainbow Dash Hat Man.
What's the way, because I have like tons of curly hair that comes out, but what's the way you can like, just like wrap your hair up and so it doesn't go out?
I'm gonna ruin the magic. I'm ruining the magic.
There's a thing called a wig cap, and it'll be your best friend.
I've ruined the magic. Okay. This is my, where'd my wig cap go? I flipped it off.
Is it behind you?
It's behind me. Where is the wig cap?
Oh, it's right here.
Okay.
I found it.
So this is the wig cap. Most of them have little holes in the center. You put it around your head like this, and you pull it up like this. Get all the hair up in there.
Your hair is going to be a lot easier than hers is because it's not long. So all you'll need to do is put it around your neck and then pull it up and then tuck whatever you miss inside. And that is the easiest thing that you could ever do for your hair. Just gonna put a wig back on. Any more questions? Yes.
How do you straighten an acrylic wig?
Okay, so you can't use actual heat, as you probably know. You could if your straightener goes below what it takes to bake cookies in the oven, which most don't. So what I would recommend doing is you're going to either need to boil it, which sounds really funny, but that's what you do is you boil the curl out of it. Or should you tell?
I'm considering.
Okay. And then there are, I'm trying to think, boiling is the best method that I've seen because it expands the hair because it's not actual hair, it's like a really high quality plastic fabric situation. And you boil it and it will fall out. And it works the same way with curling, you just put curlers in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lynette, grab a seat.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I have 13 years of cosplay experience. I have curled wigs, uncurled wigs, straightened them out, and I've done a dozen different things. So when it comes to wigs, rule number 1 is look for a high-quality synthetic wig. I always botch the names of these, Kenny Kaklon and Tokyo Leon or something like that. They're high-quality wigs which you can actually use curling irons in and straighteners, but it has to be those 2 brands, or else you will go whoop, and half your wig just came with it. I've watched it happen. I had a friend come to me in tears because it also melts the plastic. Your wigs, all of these wigs, are synthetic material. That's also why, if you notice, it tangles quickly. It is because it's synthetic, it's rubbing up against itself. But if you have those high-quality synthetic wigs, this one is high-quality synthetic, I can run a straightener at level 1. It's always good to keep it at the lowest level, like she said. And you can just gently run it through, comb it out a little bit, run it through, comb it out. It also gets rid of a lot of tangles too, so if you have a crunchy wig,
Always
you do that
start at the
once.
bottom.
Always start
at the
work
bottom.
your way up. And then the other one is the hot water method.
Yes.
Boil a pot of water, put your wig on a wig head, and just pour the water right on top. Gently kind of finger, comb it and flatten it down. Walk away from it, let it dry 100%. Go back in, brush it out, see if it needs to get straightened again. So, yeah.
Thank you, Lynette. Lynette knows wigs.
Lynette knows
If
wigs.
you guys ever have questions, like I said, I'm in Artist Alley. I'm more than happy to answer them. Or you can get a hold of me through Lachlan as well. So.
She's beautiful. Okay.
Any more questions?
Yeah, you.
How would a guy go about like changing those?
Ooh.
Okay.
lots of fun stuff going on here. So depending on the bust size of your character will depend on the method. There are actual breasts that you can buy for transgender individuals. They are they look like a bra, so you put them on like a bra, but they're just flesh colored. There's not like a nipple on them. It's just like a weird like balloon looking thing. If you don't want to pay for that, what I recommend doing is getting balloons, the thicker kind that clowns use, and you put sand in them. And then from there, you're going to put them around on like a hoister type of thing. Like I would recommend an old lady bra.
Oh my God.
Where there's no structure, and then slipping them inside and then putting them on.
What I have friends who do who crossplay, they get large bras and they stuff them with socks.
That
Just
too.
stuff your boobs. Another thing, to make yourself look like a girl, get a contouring kit. Watch some RuPaul's Drag Race, watch some drag makeup tutorials, lots of contouring. You know, you contour around your nose, your cheekbones, your jawline, so you can give yourself a more feminine appearance.
Your eyes need to be bigger. Boys have smaller eyes than females do.
The fake eyelashes.
So fake eyelashes, white eyeliner on the bottom of your eyes. I don't know how long your lower lashes are. If you're like me and have really long lower lashes, the fake lower lashes don't actually work. But if you have short ones, you just exaggerate this and then put them on the corner of your eye and then make your eye look bigger. Also, circle lenses are a thing. You have glasses, so yours are going to be a little bit more expensive, but they do come in prescription.
More questions?
So, what would be some easy ways to do like to do gender swap sort of cosplay without like cross-dressing?
Well,
Rule 63 it.
yeah. I would recommend just Google characters. Go on DeviantArt. Google what.
Rule 63 insert character.
Yeah, Rule 63 Pinkie Pie or Bubbleberry humanized, and you can see what they would wear. You know, you can base your designs off of that. You can go through do men have fashion magazines?
Yes.
Go through some men's fashion magazines and, you know, say, would Bubbleberry wear this? Would Twilight Dusk or Duskshine, whatever his name Twilight is?
My favorite thing to do is to take fan art. That is my favorite thing
I love
to
fan
do.
art.
So what I will do, because I don't look like a boy, so what I'll do is I'll be like, Naruto, Rule 63. Usually brings up a lot of inappropriate stuff. Make sure that your thing is turned on, your filter is turned on. Okay. And then you just kind of pick your favorite one and go from there. You're more than welcome to change that. You can vary whatever you want to do, but that's how I find all of my designs.
Yes, you in the back.
I haven't been able to cosplay yet due to my social anxiety issues, but where would one go if you were wanting to try to cosplay as a group since my friends are really
So, I am someone with very severe social anxiety. And when I want to do cosplay groups, what really helped me was joining groups on Facebook. I joined the Colorado Bronies, and that's how I met Lynette. I joined the Utah Bronies, and that's how I met Julie. And so meeting friends online is really helpful. You can find cosplay communities in your area. Say, hey, you know, I'm looking for some new cosplay friends. Would anybody want to do a group?
There's a lot of people that'll be down.
Yeah.
They'll be like, super. And if there are ways that you can deal with your social anxiety, there are tricks and the tips. Make sure that your cosplay friends know that, so that they know how to react.
And one more question. This is slightly off, not necessarily off topic, but I'm also a furry as well as brony.
Uh-huh.
I have an actual fear of mascots to the point where if I don't know if one's coming and they pop out of kind of nowhere, like if I see one through the doorway, I will turn it on.
Dude, there were so many furries out there, and I was like having a panic attack, and I started crying. Like, I like furries, but they were like coming from everywhere. So I feel you. Like, I was literally, I was sobbing.
I was holding her. My recommendation for you is to try and it sounds, but you gotta beat the fear, you gotta face the fear.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I actually got close-ups where I was like standing right behind the group, but I was just kind of very stiff, but it's just like,
Absolutely.
Do you think dressing up in costume would help combat?
You know,
it
being
depends.
dressed up in costume, it gives me a sense of confidence. Normally I'm a very shy, introverted person. I don't get out much. But when I put on my cosplay persona, when I put on Too Rad Cosplay, it's much more extroverted. You know, it's like I'm acting. Like, I mean, I love people, but it helps me socialize better with others.
I don't have any social anxiety, so I can't level with you. I can't relate to, I'm sorry. But the best way that I think that it is to deal with it is, number one, bring your friends. Bring people that calm you down, that know how to react. Like, I left this girl right here, so I'm able to take her aside and let her know that I'm here for her, that I'll hold her, that I'll help her.
I got like
one of those things. And it's very important to keep those people with you when you go to conventions and stuff like this, especially if you have a fear like that, because you can be like, hey, Lachlan, I don't like this. I need your hand. I need you to be able to talk me through this, to keep me calm. So that's what I would recommend doing.
And I guess that's where the cosplay thing on Facebook is going, because a lot of my friends are far from brilliant and far from furries.
Yeah.
They're receptive, but I don't think they find comfort in
So find some bronies who maybe haven't cosplayed before and say, hey, would you be interested in cosplaying? Would you want to cosplay with me to this convention and do this group?
And then make it happen.
Rainbow Dash, dude, and you're next.
Do people who commission, then they also just commission pieces? Like, I don't know if, like,
Oh, yeah.
like, I just wanted to buy
I commission props all the time because for some reason people think that my props are really cool. But people are like, hey, I need this and this by this date. And I'll be like, cool, here's the price. This is what I'm going to do it for. And they really do. All cosplayers don't do full outfits. It's honestly so much easier on me when they just want like a piece of something rather than being like, I need a full set of armor in 2 days. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So give them ample time too. If you're going to ask someone to commission, make sure that there's months in advance.
Yeah, because I'm like my sword, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know this feel.
Yes, you. Contacts, okay.
I am indifferent to contacts. I don't use them, mostly because I've heard a lot of horror stories and I've had a lot of things that happen to me personally. But so long as you care for them properly and you're not putting dry ones in your eyes, you should be okay.
Yeah, I use circle. I have blind, so I do have to use contacts. I do use circle lenses on occasion, but I'm very, very careful with them because they do not allow as much oxygen in as normal contacts do. So if you're gonna do that, and they're not entirely legal in the United States.
Yeah, they.
Lynette.
They are legal so long as you are measured ahead of time. Those are not
Yes.
Get your size. It doesn't matter if you have 20/20 vision. I'm jealous of you, by the way. But get your eyes measured. And then when you go online, Cookie Paradise is where I can go for my contacts.
Honey color is also really good.
They are actually set to the diameter and the side. And you stick to them. You do not.
No,
I'm 8.6. If you're not going to understand what that means, my diameter is 8.6. I put in 8.4 without realizing what it was, and I was in tears in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you have the right size, and the circle lenses will actually be okay then. Now, yeah, you can't really get them as much in the States. That's because circle lenses, a lot of people don't think it's a popular thing. But you can get regular contacts, colored contacts as well.
And I've done that before. Just be careful. Never wear a ripped contact. If they're feeling uncomfortable, take them out.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions? Yes, you, Dave Strider shirt man.
Basically, paper crafting and Bondo. That's one way. Also, doing patterns is another way. That's my favorite way of doing it because it's basically showing me step by step what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Warbla, Wonderflex, and Citra. These are all thermoplastics that are used to make armor. Basically, it's going to be a lot of tutorials. It's going to be a lot of trial and error, so prepare for that.
Okay, we only have 5 minutes left, so we have time for like 1 or 2 more questions. So any more questions?
Yes.
Circle lenses are contacts that are larger than normal.
Yeah.
So they make your eyes look like big anime eyes. You can, Celestia can show you.
Big anime eyes.
This is going to freak you out for a second. Okay? These are circle lenses. That's my real eye.
That's my real eye as she sticks her finger in her eye.
I've learned how to actually shift them. So I can go, these are circle lenses, if you guys want to see them close. Then if you're okay with it, I will use contact either way, but
think that's about wrapping it up.
Yeah, we'll hang out after up here a little bit if you guys want to get information.